thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Wilson going to come out throwing. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Washington. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 2. Throwing is Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Wilson will throw again. Open man Hamler, that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Howell. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Denver offense at the line ready to go. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. This one, and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And some space here. Inside the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Here's 1st and 10. Throw right side taken in by Gibson.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Howell to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I know he ain't got it. Check 52. Come on. Check 52.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.